Howdy heckin' hello, H2Os, Roller Bros, and Borks alike. I'm your guide Q, and welcome back to r/AmITheAntagonist. We're looking at the stories of who's in the wrong. I got really tired of this subreddit because it felt like every story was either like somebody was obviously in the wrong, or they were just like, I don't know, looking for brownie points or validation by how not in the wrong, like how obviously not in the wrong they were. So we're gonna check out the subreddit today, see what's good, see if there's still life here, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so this is one of those stories I was talking about in the intro where it's so obvious that you're not in the wrong that it's like, why the fuck did you post this? Am I the antagonist for not letting my best friend have her wedding on my property after being uninvited? One of my 29 male best friends, Clara, 31 female, is getting married soon. It's only meant to be a small backyard type of wedding, but they've been planning it for a few months now, and originally it was supposed to be on my property. They wanted it because it's private, has lots of open space for the reception, a nice view, and the house could be used for them to get ready and stuff. Of course I said yes. She and her fiance Rick were very happy. The thing is, Clara and I do have a history. We went out on and off in college, but decided to stay friends. Then I met my wife, we got married, Clara met Rick, and now here they are. Now my wife knows I went out with Clara back in college and she didn't care. Clara still went to our wedding and everything. I never knew if Rick was told or not. It's not my relationship, therefore not my business to say anything, so I never did. Rick found out recently and not in the best way. Not sure how, but from what I heard from friends is that one mutual friend told him, no idea why, that we used to date. Not only that, but apparently Clara said a couple years ago that she was still in love with me when she was already dating Rick. Don't have actual confirmation if that's exactly what he was told. All Clara's told me is that Rick was told about our past and he's angry at her for never saying anything. It became quite a drama and didn't hear from her from over a month until now. She told me they're going to couples counseling and that the wedding is still on, but Rick requested that I not attend. It sucks, but I totally get why he wouldn't be comfortable. Then I asked the obvious question, where are they going to hold the wedding then? To my surprise, she said that they still wanted it our place. Rick said so too, and in my mind I'm going, he doesn't want the guy who dated his fiancée years ago at the wedding, but still wants the wedding at his house. My wife and I are expected to just not be at our home that weekend, and I told Clara no. They're going to have to find someplace else since we're not going to simply leave our home to them for the weekend. Not only for safety reasons, but it just doesn't make sense. Rick doesn't want me around because he's not comfortable, but is comfortable enough to have their wedding at my house. They really want their wedding here though, and because of that I've been bugged not only by her and Rick, but also some friends who think I'm being a petty asshole for not letting them have the wedding here anymore. Honestly, I don't think that I am. It just doesn't make sense at all to have to leave our own place for a wedding we're no longer welcome to, and then leaving our home totally vulnerable. Still, being accused of sabotaging their wedding, and Rick believes it's the least I can do after everything. Am I the asshole? So I guess maybe I was slightly mistaken at the beginning. I guess you do have justification for posting this to the subreddit because you have friends thinking that you're a petty asshole for not letting them have the wedding there. But, like, this is just, you're living in fucking crazy people world. This is absolute insanity. I mean, I understand insecurity and jealousy, like, I get that from Rick's perspective, but to still have it at the house is just absolute madness. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, so obviously, I don't think you're in the wrong. This person asks, am I the antagonist for wearing white at my blind cousin's wedding? I'd like to start by saying that me and my female cousin, blind from birth, aren't very close, but we get along well as relatives. She's 26 and her wedding was last week. She sent me an invitation, though we don't talk much, but since I wanted a break from work, I decided to go. My favorite color is white. I have brown skin, love wearing white because it brings out my skin glow and makes me feel comfortable and confident. I purchased a maxi white dress, nothing fancy but goes well with my skin tone, and I wore it at the wedding. There wasn't a big party with many guests, but sort of a family dinner and small celebration. I really thought no one would even notice if I was wearing white. My cousin and her husband didn't know because obviously no one told them, but my aunt kept giving me uncomfortable looks the entire evening. So did my other cousin. Once I decided to leave, my aunt pulled me aside and berated me for wearing this color at her daughter's wedding. She said just because her daughter is blind doesn't mean she's stupid and doesn't know what's going on around her. Basically saying that I brought negative energy and disturbed the celebration by having guests notice, and by extension, my cousin as well. She gave a lengthy lecture and asked if I hate seeing her daughter happy and whether I pulled this stunt because my blind cousin got married before me. I was like, whoa, calm down, none of this was true. I just wore my favorite color and didn't do it because my cousin is blind and wouldn't notice. And married before me? I never thought of that. I argued with my aunt for trying to dictate what I wear, but she defended herself saying that I was a guest and should have respected the bride. I left feeling very upset and exhausted from that encounter. My boyfriend said he believed I used the fact that my cousin is blind to wear white, but this didn't fly with her family. He pulled the "I told you so" line and said I made my family hate with that stunt. Even though he knows that I always wear white, but he warned me that if my cousin finds out, there's going to be some issues. He suggested that I get ready to apologize, but I really see no reason to apologize since I chose to wear a comfortable color that I feel confident in. Edit. What the hell? I'm seeing some angry folks here getting too upset over this matter. I honestly never cared about this stuff, but obviously a lot of people do. Holy shit, this last sentence is a fucking nightmare run-on, so just bear with me while I try to read this. I just think that it's ultimately my choice to wear what I want wherever I go, especially since I wasn't taking part of the wedding, but seeing how many people care about minor stuff like that, then I guess I didn't think this through. So feel free to give your opinion in the comments. This is my opinion on this topic. I think you have the opportunity to learn a major life lesson here. Sometimes rules are silly and they don't make a lot of sense, but when it's someone's wedding day and they would prefer, usually everyone prefers this, that nobody else wear white but the bride, you just have to go with it. You just have to follow that rule because it's their day. Like you said at the beginning of this, like, this wedding wasn't even a big deal to you. You barely even talked to this person. You just didn't have anything to do that weekend, so you went to the wedding. You didn't have to show up, but you did, and you made everybody uncomfortable by breaking one of these silly marriage rules. And, like, I don't think you had any ill intent. Like, I think whoever was the person that gave you a lengthy lecture, like, I think that some of their rationales for why you did it, like, out of some toxicity or hatred for your blind cousin or, like, bitterness or whatever, I think that's over the top. I think you just legitimately did not care and were a little bit too self-centered. It was more about you being able to wear whatever you wanted and not about the fact that it's the bride's fucking wedding day, and whatever she says, within reason, goes, you know? Alright, so this post actually seems really interesting. I think that there's a little bit of nuance here. Am I the antagonist for telling my friend her birthday is annoying? My 19 female friend, 18 female, celebrates her birthday for an entire week, every year. She grew up really spoiled, and still is, to be honest, and she says it's normal. Her reasoning is that she has too many friends, so she can't see them all in the same day, and she doesn't want to mix her friend groups for a big party, so she just goes out with everyone separately for an entire week. I'm not jealous or anything, but it's ridiculous. She'll basically be unavailable that entire week because she has to see everyone. Also, she acts like a princess all the time, but it's especially prominent during birthday week. On her birthday, like the actual day, she even wears one of those blingy tiaras as part of her outfit. She was definitely one of those girls that brings balloons to school on her birthday. Also, she posts Instagram stories to thank everyone for their gifts and time, like we don't care your dad got you a car or whatever. And she gets upset if someone she thought she was close with forgets her birthday. She won't lash out at them or tell them or anything, but she'll be like, wow, so-and-so forgot. Anyways, all of this is really childish, and I told her that her birthday week is extremely childish and annoying, and that I won't be participating, and she said it's fine, but then she stopped responding to my texts or answering my calls to hang out. I think she's upset even though she tried to pass it off as it's fine. Reddit, am I the antagonist? This person also adds an edit. The problem is because her birthday is always over the top and everyone makes a huge deal of it. Oh, it's her name's birthday next week. We better be obnoxious and not shut up about it. Also, if gifts don't matter to her, why is she posting about it rather than thanking people in private / over text? Okay, so the big question in my mind right off the bat is, like, do you even like this person that much? Like, you say that you're their friend, but you say she acts like a princess all the time, like this is a constant problem, and all of these traits that you don't like are just exacerbated on birthday week. Like, I definitely see some of these traits as things that I would find very annoying in a person, but it also seems like other people in her life get hyped up about birthday week, and birthday week is obviously a big deal to her, so I think that this is, like, kind of part of her personality. Like, I might find it annoying, but I'm not her friend. You are. Maybe you shouldn't be, because it kind of sounds like you just don't like her that much, especially all of these things that she does during birthday week. So I think a lot of this depends on, like, stuff that we can't actually read in this post, like what this girl is actually really like in real life and just general interactions. We'll never really know if the OP is just, like, very sensitive to the annoying traits of this person, or if this person is actually incredibly annoying. So I would personally say there's, like, not enough info here. I think you're kind of an asshole for shitting on her birthday week, but I also don't really love the concept of her birthday week either. But yeah, I think you guys should talk it out. I don't know, or maybe just not be friends. I would like to give a major shout out to Sir Almond Coconut, Alex Estelle, June, Matthew Kendall, Crazy Connor, Caitlin, Beth the Dork, Humi, Swift Wolf Coyote, Loki 411, Kennedy DeSilvis, Mac in Paradise, Caleb Grills, Ghost Spoons, Roller Geeks, James Bonaski, Miss Inked, Tapey, Hyper Ninja Child, Jared D, Regrettable Stitches, Allison B, For Jared, Connor G, Cryptid, Fennec, Kaya Bay, Tasha K, and Catco, as well as everyone else you see on your screen for being top tier channel members. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Hope everybody watching this video is doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself and the people around you, skating on to the best of your abilities, and drinking a sufficient amount of water. Drink a little extra, you'll feel better. I'll see you guys super soon. Peace out, Cub Scouts.